Good morning, everybody. Zach Amateur here with Legendary Fishing. We are on the Sabine River doing a little carp and buffalo fishing. That's what we're going to kind of focus on today. It's beginning in November, so hopefully the big buffalo are starting to move around, and maybe we'll be able to find one today. But for my first rig, and this is on the Timu rod and reel. Now I did switch spools because it comes with a spare spool, and I put 30-pound Yuzuri braid on it. I'm using a 2-ounce bank sinker on what's called a bolt rig, and I'll explain that here in just a second. Going to a hand-tied hair rig. This is 20-pound Power Pro braid. I have a little split shot here, a American Carper curved shank hook to 2 Wicked Carp Company strawberry tiger nuts and a little foam artificial corn pop-up. I like the foam because the turtles can't actually eat it, can't chew it off. I've reeled it in and have it completely flattened, all cut up and everything, but I still have it. The plastic ones, the turtles will actually eat off of it. So the bolt rig, what happens, obviously your weight's sitting there. Your fish comes by, picks your bait up, and if you ever get a chance to look at underfishing, they have a lot of videos of fish actually feeding and picking up rigs. So what happens, they pick it up, the little split shot will have that hook kind of fall into the bottom or the lip of the fish, or in the corner, which however they grab it, but the split shot tends to hold it down. Also, this pop-up is buoyant enough that it'll hold all of this up other than the weight. So the weight's the split shot sitting on the bottom, your rig sitting up like this. That fish comes by, picks it up. That weight has that hook sticking, and he shakes his head. When he shakes his head, the sinker sets the hook into the fish, or the fish sets the hook into itself via the weight of the sinker, and then he bolts off, takes off. Now, this little rig here, it's a little quick disconnect. You can take this apart, take the sinker off, switch it out for a different size. Normally, the proper sinkers or weights to use with this, that has the little loop directly to the weight, it's just they're like a couple of dollars a piece, and I'm not, when I can buy a set of these for, I think it's 3 or 4 2-ounce weights for a couple dollars. I mean, yeah, it's a little iffy, but this works just fine. If the fish happens to break off, and if he ever gets hung up in anything with the weight, so the weight, this part of this component here is recessed to where the swivel will set inside of it. So when the fish picks it up, it's got that weight, but if he breaks off or anything like that, he can either pull the swivel through and get away, get away from the weight, or even potentially the sleeve can come off and the weight will come off. So it's safer for the fish. If you actually just have the weight tied directly to the line, it's what's commonly referred to as a death rig, because as that fish feeds on the bottom, if he gets hung up on the bottom, he can't get away. So that's the first rig we're going to use. Okay, and now for my second rig, and what will end up being my third rig, just a different hook bait. It's a method feeder. So what this does is you take your hack bait that you've made, or ground bait, depending on what route you're wanting to take, and you pack it around your weight here, these ridges, this cage will hold that on, and when it falls to the bottom, it sets like this and it starts deteriorating. Well, as it's deteriorating, all that scent and attractant is going to be bringing those fish in, and then you have your hook bait, and they'll pick your hook bait up theoretically. So this is just a store-bought pre-made hair rig, and this is a sweet corn boilie from Bali Baits, sorry. Mike Pearson is the owner and the one who makes the boilies. So he also sent me a little attractant to dip this in, which is just a sweet corn base with some added secret ingredients. This is my Daiwa Black Widow ETX rod. It's a, if I remember correctly, like a 2.5 pound curve weight. Let's see. 2.75 curve weight. And it is a total of 9 foot. My reel, which I've had for like 4 or 5 years now, and I had no problems whatsoever, is from Wish. I mean, I would give you the details, but it's probably not even available anymore. But it was like, I think Lizard is the brand name, and Beast 9000 is the model reel. I was able to fit like 600 yards of 15-pound braid on here, and I have had no problems with this reel whatsoever. The bait runner drag works well. The drag itself works good. We've landed plenty of really big fish on this reel, or really big for our area. Multiple 20s, couple over 30. So, yeah, great reel, great setup. But I'm gonna put pack bait on here and show you how that should look. Okay, so your method feeder should look something similar to this. You have your pack bait. I use strawberry jello, oats, corn flour, breadcrumbs, and creamed sweet corn. And then I'll add water as I need to get it the correct consistency. You want it about like Play-Doh. You want to be able to mold it into a ball without it falling apart. I go ahead and stick the hook in the top of it so that it's all one package when it falls, and then as it dissolves, your bait is sitting right there on top. Let's get this out here. Alright, we finally got a fish. I think he's actually tangled in my other line over there. While I was waiting,
my other camera, my third-person camera, has okay. This one's actually not hung up anymore. Oh, things are going wrong. But I finally got hooked up with a fish. Had lots and lots of beeps and boops and just missed a fish on that rod over there, the Timu rod. I moved it around to be downstream. Feels like a decent fish, but it's hard to tell with the lighter rod. Oh. Decided he didn't want to be on this side of the river anymore. Try and keep him from getting hung up to that other rod over there. It's up high. That's good. Let's see. Come over this way. Come over this way. Stay away from that other rod. Look, I think it's a buffalo. Been seeing a lot of fish rolling. Y'all are looking right into the sun. I apologize. Not really much I can do about that though. Nice little buff. Let's get the net out. Come on, fish. He's a little bit bigger than he looked first. No, no, no. Oh, almost had him in the net. Come on, come on. In the net. There we go. All right, let's see. This is a nice size, healthy smallmouth buffalo. Got him on the American Carper Talon hook artificial corn with a pop-up on a fluorocarbon hair rig. Method feeder. Let's see here. There he is. Nice size, healthy buffalo. Let's see if we can get a few more. Inches. All right. Let's see. Let this guy rest. There he goes, on his own. Thanks for the good times. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this session. Just got the one. I did have a pretty good run right before I hooked up with that one. With this rod over here, it about went completely in the water and was peeling line out, and then when I got it in, the hook had turned back around and hooked into my hook link. So fish probably never had the hook in his mouth. He just was never hooked by the hook. He probably just had it in his mouth and was pulling it. I've had a whole bunch of line bites, meaning fish swimming by and bumping the line, you know, making the line pull out and fall back. But it is nice to be out today. Decent temperatures. It's in the 80s right now. Nice breeze blowing, sun's shining real bright. But yep, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so there when the fish roll. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, we are doing a giveaway for Christmas, so head over to the community page and check that out, and we'll see you all in the next one. I said we'll see y'all on the next one. See, line bite. They'll do that where they're out there feeding and they bump the line and it pulls the line tight when it goes over their back, and then it falls back down. So it beeps going out and then beeps coming back in with the bobbin. But see y'all next time. Bye. Can't even tell. He's gonna come up and jump. Watch out. So welcome to my show. Everybody grab your fishing pole. That's a 2. Come now, let's go. See how